So, yeah, so first of all, I'm really happy. We're really happy to be here in Romania. The hospitality has been great. The people have been great. The artists that we've met and seen here have been super talented, and it's been really exciting. It's my first time in Romania, so I'm discovering anew. It's great to be at this festival too, because you know, it's always great to be in an international festival where you're meeting all kinds of artists from all around the world. But to be able to do it in this theater that's so old and has so much history in it is a great honor.
With the classical play.
Guys, can you just keep it to a whisper, please? Thank you.
With a classical play as well, in a classical place, a classical play. The second question from our partners, it's about Shakespeare and his plays. You chose A Midsummer Night's Dream. What has this play so special? What means to you, and what have you prepared for your audience?
Well, when we first did this play, the challenge was, how do we do the play for a Shakespeare play and reduce all of the elements so that anybody can do it. So we tried, the first time we did it, to spend no money. So how do you create a forest with no special effects? And so we started with the actor's body and with the language of Shakespeare. And we pretty much have stayed true to this. We've spent a little bit more than we did on the first production of it. But it's really, the elements are very simple. And as I believe it was in Shakespeare's time. Shakespeare didn't have the benefits of modern technology to create kind of illusion through technology. For me, it's not real theater. The real theater is the essence of what the actor can do, and the simplicity of that, and how that translates into telling a story to a group of people. I'm not a big fan of spectacle that is created through lasers and large sets and expensive productions. I think that theater should be able to be performed by anybody and should be an affordable thing, something that the public has access to, and that if you're right out of college and you want to make a show, that your creativity and your imagination should be able to create magic on stage and not rely on special effects.
Thank you very much. The third question is, in this short time you had a chance to see here some... Okay, in this short time you had a chance to see some interesting places or things in Sibiu. The classic one, have you tasted something, some Romanian food or something like that?
I got a chance last night to walk around the city, and I really appreciate being in a European city that has tradition and history to it, that isn't modernized. The old streets, the medieval structure of the town, I find incredibly intoxicating. And I was able to. I have to stay away from your alcohol, though. It's too strong.
We've been told that prior from different foreign guests. Okay, let's move to the fourth questions. You are some... I have to really say that I didn't write these questions, so I need to say that. You are somewhere between cinema and theater world. Where you think is your soft place, what you like the most?
I like what I'm doing right now.
This interview?
Yeah, I like being in Sibiu. I like doing theater. I still do movies when the movies are good, when the scripts are good. And but it takes a lot more now to make me commit to doing a movie it has to be important enough for me. It has to be well written. Otherwise, I'd rather not spend the time. I'm at a stage in my life where it's, you know, it's why do it if it's not a passion? And so the theater for me has always been a passion. And to be able to travel around the world doing theater for audiences around the world is something I've always dreamed of doing. And so I'd much rather reach an audience of 500 with something that I'm passionate about, that I feel reflects the truth, than to do a movie that I don't believe in that reaches 1 million people. I think that there's, at some point you have to make a decision about what your future is, and the decision I've made is that I want to do some things that I'm passionate about. This play is an important play to be said right now because it reaffirms life and love and human passion, and it reminds us at a time when there's so much conflict and so much fear that the human heart is capable of so much, and that our answers lie within this heart.
Thank you very much. Actually, you kind of answered one of my own questions. Among some others, the fifth and the last from our media partners, it's among some others talented people from the theater world, you will receive a star on a Walk of Fame. How it will be to have here a star in this town next to some world's greatest directors such as Eugenio Barba or Peter Brook?
And Nari Manushkin, yeah?
Yes. No,
I'm so honored. I'm so honored to be in that company. Absolutely. And you know, it's funny. 2 years ago, I was in Spoleto in Italy, and with this production of Midsummer Night's Dream, and the reception there was so warm, and it felt like such a great embrace. And I had this revelation in Spoleto that, oh my God, this is what my dream was. You know, I'm very fortunate and blessed to be able to have the career I have in movies, and I love the work. I'm proud of it. But when I was 13, 14 years old, my dream was to be a director in theater, and I realized 2 years ago, oh my God, my dream came true. And, which is an interesting thing to realize when you're 55 years old. That all this other stuff was great, but the real passion, the way I started, the reason I started, was to tell stories to live audiences and to try to create the magic in a dark room with real people there.